Welcome to another coding tutorial, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how we can create objects that interact with each other. In my coding math series, I created a video on collision detection that goes through three basic types of collision detection: circle to circle, rectangle to rectangle, and circle to rectangle. In this video, we're actually going to create multiple objects and use collision detection between a rectangle and a circle to make sure that these objects can talk to each other. So first, I'm going to create an object called rectangle. You need to come here on sketch files, create a file, and then you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it rectangle.js. And when you create a file like this, you need to make sure to go to index.html and then copy and paste this line of code here, change the name to the file that you had created, so rectangle. And this is how the computer will know that we have created this new file and integrate it into our program. And then now we can go back to rectangle.js. Let's first create a class. And then this class, I'm going to name it rectangle. Within the constructor function, I am going to create 4 variables. So 4 parameters, x, y, and then the width and the height. And then you need to make sure that you put in this dot, right? Okay, and then the first function that I'm gonna write is gonna be called draw rect, and it is gonna do exactly what it's called, which is to draw a rectangle. Let's color it white, and it's gonna take in 4 arguments, which is this.x, this.y, this.w, and this.h. Let's make sure that our code is correct. Let's go back to sketch.js, then create an object, rectangle. I'm gonna name it r, and then within the setup function, r is a new rectangle object, and it is gonna be at 100 and 100 pixel. And the width and the height, let's give it the width of 100 and the height of 50. Then we're gonna call our draw function draw rect. So now we know that our class is working. Let's go back to the class. Now I want to create a method called collided. And this method is going to be the method where we check if this rectangle or the rectangle objects that we're going to create are colliding with a circle. So the parameters that I'm going to give in this method are going to be the x and y location of the center of the circle and then the radius of the circle. So cx, cy, and cr. There are 3 main steps to do collision detection between a circle and a rectangle. The first step is to figure out which of the rectangle's edge is closest to the circle. To do that, first I am going to define 2 variables called close x and close y. And I'm going to give it an initial value of cx and cy. And then we need to write if statements to figure out which edge that circle is closest to. So for the x direction, we need to check if cx is more than the right edge, right? So it's this.x plus this.w. Then if it is, then we want to say that the closest edge is the right edge, which is this.x plus this.w. And then else if cx is less than this.x, so this is the left edge, right? Then we set close x to be this.x. Same thing on the y direction. If cy is more than this.y plus this.h, so this is the bottom edge. So close y is going to be equals to this.y plus this.h. And then the last one, else if cy is less than this.y, then close y is equals to this.y. And the reason that we are checking which edge the circle is closest to is because we need to check the distance between the center of the circle to each of these edges to see if the circle is colliding with the rectangle. The next step is to calculate the distance. Instead of using the dist function, which is the built-in function in p5.js that calculates the distance between 2 points, I am going to show you exactly how the dist function works. First, I'm going to create a variable called distx, and distx is gonna calculate the distance between the 2 points in the x direction. So it's going to be cx minus close x. Same thing for the y direction, cy minus close y. And then we will use Pythagorean theorem to calculate the distance between these 2 points. So let distance equals to, what we want to do is that we want to multiply this x by this x plus this y by this y, and then we want to do the square root of this whole expression. And this calculation here is exactly the same as if you were to put dist, D-I-S-T, and then give it 4 arguments, the 2 x and y coordinates of the 2 points. And then the last step now is the conditional statement, which checks if the distance is less than or equals to the radius of the circle, which is CR. Then I'm going to create a new Boolean variable called collide. And collide is gonna start out as false. And if the distance is less than or equals to the radius of the circle, then collide becomes true. Else, this dot collide is false. And then what do we want to do when it is true? Then if we go back to this function, I'm going to create a conditional statement that say if this collide is true, then fill the rectangle yellow. Else, we want to fill it white. Okay. And then let's go back to our sketch, and then we want to call rect.collided. And then I need to give arguments, x and y coordinate of the center of the circle and then the radius of the circle. So I'm going to draw a circle first. And this circle is going to have x and y coordinates as the mouse x and mouse y location. And I'm going to give CR to be, let's do 10, and then the diameter would be CR times 2, CR times 2, and then within the arguments of the collided method here, I need to give it x, y, and the radius, right? And then also, let's give this a color red. Okay, there you go. So now, once the circle touches the rectangle, this dot collide, or like r dot collide, becomes true, and the rectangle becomes yellow. But the most exciting thing about writing the rectangle class is that instead of creating just one rectangle that is checking whether the circle is touching the rectangle or not, we can create multiple rectangles. Instead of having just one object here, I'm going to comment this out, and comment these two out. I'm going to create an array of objects, and this array is going to be called rectangles. And what I need to do is that I need to create a 2D array, and I'm going to create this 2D array by the size of columns and rows here. So let's first declare columns and rows and also size. And we're going to calculate the size by dividing the width by columns. Okay, so within this nested for loop, what we need to do in the first for loop is that we need to populate the rectangles array with empty arrays of size columns. And then in the inner loop, we want to create new objects at the I and j location. So we're just going to do same thing as this. So new rectangle. What do we want to give as arguments here? It's gonna be I times size, j times size, and then size and size. And then instead of calling it just like this, we're going to also create another nested loop. And then we're gonna call the functions on each of the objects. So it's gonna be draw rect. Let's just try draw rect first. Ooh, something's wrong. What I did wrong is this. Size is width divided by calls, but what I want is actually, I didn't define anything. I didn't initialize calls, rows, or size here. So this is undefined. Which one do we want to define? We want to define size. And now calls would be width divided by size, and rows would be height divided by size. Okay, so now we have the rectangle. But we just are drawing the rectangles, but now we want it to also check, right? Check if things collide. So let's try this. Collide with what? With the circle, which is mouse X, mouse Y, and CR, which is the radius, right? Let's play. There you go. So you see, once I touch this, it shows that it collides with both rectangle, but then once it's off, then it's just one. And this is one way for you to make an interactive program where you can create multiple objects that talk to each other. And this way, it's basically once the mouse is on that specific object, you turn it a different color. In the next video, I'm going to be making a game of brick breakers, which uses the exact same basic code that we did today to figure out when the ball hits the brick.